This is TWiT.
He's been everywhere, man. He's Johnny Jet, our travel guru. Travel better with technology. Enjoying is it 88 degrees? Did I read that correctly in Southern California?
It's 88 right now.
Looking
at my watch.
88?
Yeah. It's been like that all week. So we've gone to the beach multiple times, take a couple hours out, and it's better than summer because there's hardly anyone on the beach. And
any volleyball? You playing any volleyball, or is it too early?
My friends were not playing yesterday. I went down and they weren't there. They played on Wednesday, but
Johnny's part of the big Huntington Beach pickup league, right?
Manhattan Beach.
Manhattan Beach. Okay.
That's the home of beach volleyball.
Oh, it's awesome! It's so awesome.
And it's where they have the Wimbledon of beach volleyball every August.
No, really, I didn't know that. Oh.
That's the biggest tournament. Yeah. Oh. Manhattan Beach. If you win it, you get your name on the pier. So you walk down the Manhattan Beach pier, you'll see all the plaques of all the players who've won it.
Forget the Winter Olympics. I'm going to the Summer Olympics in Manhattan Beach. So, Johnny, I think travel is it's a funny thing. I feel it in my bones that people are just done. Whether COVID's done with us, we're done with it.
Agreed.
Right?
Agreed.
And the mask mandates are being lifted, and people are getting out and about. And, of course, the first thing a lot of us want to do is hit the road, Jack.
Well, my mother-in-law is super cautious. I mean, we're very cautious, but my mother-in-law is even more. And my wife told me today that she just told her that we're going to Hawaii soon. And I said, oh, boy, what did she say? And she said, you know what? It's about time. It's time to get out. And
I think we've discovered that, A, masks work, and B, the vaccines work. So we kind of know how to do all the things that we want to do and do it safely.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely. And you know what? The numbers are starting to show it. Yesterday, the TSA screened 1.9 million and 2 years ago on the same day, pre-pandemic, 1.6. So,
wow.
Although
it's up, but that's what you'd expect. Pent up demand, right?
It is. And I think you're going to see a lot more of that. It will go up and down, and hopefully no more variants will come out. But a lot of things are happening. Australia, after 2 years, just announced they're opening up. It's coming. The Hawaii is dropping the booster requirement because they've realized they're losing a lot of business, especially to Florida and California. And Frontier and Spirit actually this week announced that they're going to merge.
They're merging. Now, those are the low-cost airlines.
Yep.
So you got to be careful with them because the plane ticket's inexpensive, but you might be paying for carry-on or...
I do not recommend flying in either one. And full disclosure, I've never flown in either one. I bought a ticket on Spirit once for like $15, and then when I went to check in, they wouldn't even let me take my bag. So I was like, forget it. I rented a car when I was in Florida. But they're great for some people. So just make sure that you know what you're getting into.
Exactly.
And,
exactly. Do you think as a merged airline, they're not going to change anything? They'll both be this. They'll.
Well, they think they're going to fly under one airline, most likely Frontier. The worst thing they're going to do is take away, I hope they don't, but they're going to take away Spirit's big, fat front first class seat. Can you hear my daughter?
Yeah. You want to run and get her?
No, I do have a lollipop here for her. I think that will quiet her down. I gave her an iPad, which she only gets when we're on the airplane.
Oh.
It's a special treat. Look, Olivia, come here.
Come here, Olivia.
She saw it now. She's okay.
She has the lollipop. She says, I don't need you. I don't need you anymore.
You can sit right here. So my wife had to go out with my...
No, that's fine. We love family. No, that's great. Are you going to take the kids anywhere? Uh-oh, I think Livia unplugged the internet connection because Johnny just froze solid. Uh-oh. The young lady had, I've seen this happen with many of our hosts, not just kids.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're back now. Yeah. What happened?
She pulled my cord.
I knew she did. I knew it. I knew exactly what happened.
And I gave her the iPad, and she's trying to get me to figure it out what's wrong. The lock went on.
Oh, yeah. Unlock the
Anyway,
screen.
so Spirit Airlines has a first-class seat that Frontier doesn't. And most people think they're going to get rid of it, which is a shame because that was a really good deal. And as long as you don't check bags on Spirit, I've heard good things. And if you know what you're getting into, But they are going to create the 5th largest airline in the U.S., and I have no desire to fly it.
Yeah.
Because you don't get miles.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of reasons. But anyway.
So travel is back. I saw somebody's Instagram post. They got on a cruise ship and there were only 150 people on a boat built for 1,500.
Wow.
I get they probably had a really nice trip, but
you can't get better than that.
No, that's pretty good.
I mean, that's like renting out your own ship. I mean,
Yeah.
First of all, on those huge ships, there are areas of the ship where you are alone anyway, even when it's full.
They're really big. That's right.
They really are.
Yeah.
But so if you are traveling internationally, I do have a website for everyone. It's real basic, but whatplug.info.
Plug? Oh, I need this. People call me all the time saying, I'm going to Bulgaria. What do they use? What do they use
So
in Bulgaria?
all you do is answer 2 questions. You just say, where are you coming from and where are you going? And it just shows you what you need. I always travel with a universal, adapter, but I also carry local ones as well as a backup. And I wrote a post about it. And, I talked about my wife, she's blown out her hair curling iron or flat, whatever they call it.
Oh, yeah.
Flat iron.
Those you can really cause damage with.
Yeah. So you got to make sure that if you're going to
by the way,
do
it's whatplug.info, folks. Whatplug.info. So,
I think you need a transformer for when you're using a hair, like a flat iron or something like that.
yes, you do. Yes.
But you don't need it for your laptop, correct?
Yes.
I've never had a problem with my laptop.
No, but again, this is, it's a little tricky. You have to look at somewhere on the power supply, they'll be printed what voltages it supports. And the problem is in the U.S. we use AC 110. And as you travel around the world, not only is it a plug issue, but there's also a voltage issue. And they'll often use 220. But laptops, because they're selling them all over the world, most of the time on the power brick it'll say 110-240, which is the range of voltage it can handle. So make sure that.
Have you ever had one blow on you?
Lisa and we took a trip. I had brought with me an adapter. Maybe it was something that was, unbeknownst to me, 110 only. I blew out a succession of places. We blew out the hotel in Venice. Lights are out. Had to call
the whole
down.
Hotel?
Yeah, at least our floor. Okay, we'll send the electrician. It was an old monastery in Venice. Okay, so then, not learning, I got on the boat, blew out the cabin.
Oh my God!
So I should have realized. Then we got to, I think it was it was Istanbul. Blew out that hotel.
Yeah, these old hotels, you really got to be careful.
I finally figured out, why am I plugging this thing in? So you would think, there's a variety of things that can happen if you have the wrong voltage. I didn't think it would be blowing out the hotel, but I guess I would think it would have overheated and blown out the device. But I guess, anyway, yes, make sure you have not only the right plug, whatplug.info, but the right voltage. Very important.
Definitely. It reminds me of that movie with Ashton Kutcher when he was in Switzerland on a honeymoon. Did you see that?
No, but I've lived
20
it.
years ago. Oh, my God.
I've lived it.
I'll have to find it. It was a funny scene. Anyway, so that's important when you travel internationally. And I also, when I travel internationally, I always carry a small power strip because there are places where there might only be one plug.
But again, make sure it's also rated.
Yes.
I think it was a power strip that I was using that blew everything out.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So on the power strip, it will say...
make sure it can handle what you want, 110-240, which means it'll handle the entire range it's going to see. There's also the issue of 50 hertz or 60 hertz. That doesn't usually matter much unless there's a clock involved.
And how about on a cruise ship? Because I've plugged those power strips in on cruise ships because...
Many cruise ships are now have the same plugs as the U.S.
Correct.
And they're appropriate voltage. Like I said,
not in the past.
This cruise ship, I did manage to blow out the cabin. They're very nice about it. It must happen all the time. It's a fuse. They reset it.
Right.
Yeah. Johnny Jet, you are the best. JohnnyJet.com is his website, the newsletter at JohnnyJet.com/newsletter, the podcast. He's on the Twitter, the Instagram, and the YouTube. Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you.